rectangle A has a length of 12 and a width of 8. Rectangle B has a length of 15 and a width of 10. Rectangle C is a length of 30 and a width of 15. So of the three triangles, which two are scaled copies of one another? So in this first one, I always like to recommend drawing a picture. That way we can kind of just get an idea of what it looks like. Not necessary to do so, but sometimes helpful. So the important part about the picture, and also what's going to help us in the future, is really just lining up which numbers go with which. Again, if they're going to be scaled copies, then the larger numbers are going to match up with the larger number. The smaller number is going to match up with the smaller number, which is why I had the lengths and the widths like so. The actual scale of the picture doesn't really matter, just is really there for a visual to help us see which ones are corresponding sides. So the next step is to compare these corresponding sides by putting the copy over the original. We'll go ahead and say that rectangle A will be our original. It doesn't necessarily matter as long as you're doing the same one as your original each time. So I'm comparing all three possible comparisons here. A with B, A with C, and then B with C. For the B with C, I used B as our original on this one. So let's take a look at these. Again, all we really have to do is we put these numbers in this fraction and then simplify to see if they are equal. If they are equal, if they have the same scale factor, then we can say yes, they are scale copies. So A and B here, let's take a look. So if we divide 15 and 12 by 3, we're going to end up getting 5 over 4. If we divide both of these by 2, we end up getting 5 over 4. So since we have 5 over 4 and 5 over 4, excuse the crampedness, because they're equal, we know A and B are scaled copies of each other. Let's go through just to make sure that none of the other ones are. Let's go ahead and look through them. In this one here, if we divide both by 6, we get 5 over 2. If we divide both of these by, it doesn't look like there's any common factors between the two, so 5 over 2 and 15 over 8 are not going to be scaled copies. And for B and C, if we, in this case here, we can divide both the top and the bottom by 15, which would give us 2 over 1. We could divide the top and bottom here by 5, which would give us 3 over 2, and these two are not the same, therefore they are not scaled copies of each other. So our answer here is going to be rectangle A and rectangle B.